The Tennessee Titans' third pick in the 2024 NFL Draft is officially in, and it comes in the form of a linebacker from UNC, Cedric Gray, in round 4, pick 106. Welcome into Titans Today. We'll break down this pick and talk about the latest on what this means for Brian Callahan and Ran Carthon going forward. I'm your host, Jace Andrews, and Cedric Gray is a perfect pick in my opinion. Initial thoughts are he's going to be a good fit. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button before we get into the full detailed analysis of Cedric Gray and why I feel like this is a good pick. Well, guess what? We want you to stay informed and entertained all throughout this draft process, and we're going to be putting picks out, videos out all day long for rounds 4 through 7. You're not going to find coverage like this on YouTube anywhere else because guess what? There's nobody putting in the effort. There's nobody putting in the hours like we are. So go down there and hit that subscribe button, youtube.com/Titans Today. All right, let's talk Cedric Gray. This is a guy who I had mocked to the Tennessee Titans a couple of different times throughout this mock draft season. And for the main reason of he is perfect linebacker depth. I know that we talk about the linebacker room, and I think overall I'm pretty confident with it. But Cedric Gray adds an extra level to it. Here's the positives that we have seen from Cedric Gray. He's really solid in the run game in terms of going down there and being a blitz linebacker. He also can be a decent guy in coverage if needed. But his power is what really separates him from the best. He goes in there, he is aggressive, and he will attack the line of scrimmage as a linebacker. And I think the bigger thing here, the Titans can mold him to what they want to be. He is a good, not great athlete, but his determination, his aggressiveness, that makes up for the lack of maybe a little bit of athleticism he has. I think he does have a little bit of maybe some instinctual lessons to learn. Bigger thing for me is just understanding the game of football. I know Cedric Gray, obviously, playing at UNC is great. The NFL is a different level. You're going to have to learn new tactics. You're going to have to learn new coverages, and I do think he'll be awful. Pretty dang good there. Number 7 overall linebacker, number 134 overall, pretty good fit. 121 tackles this past year at University of North Carolina. Chapel Hill teammates with Drake May. Yeah, I don't mind it. 5 sacks as well. Once again, he's very much really more of a blitzing linebacker. I would not be surprised. I doubt it, but I would not be surprised if Cedric Gray does get turned into a pseudo edge rusher type guy for the Titans. And that could be something we could maybe muddle with throughout the offseason depending on how the rest of this draft goes. Getting to Andre Sweat in the second round was great, but you see this. 5 pass breakups as well. He is somebody who is going to be able to go in there and not only attack the quarterback, but really read it. I mean, you are able with him to see that he understands RPOs really well. And if you think about the AFC South, you've got guys like CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson that you're going to be facing week in and week out. You need somebody like him who is, one, able to read the quarterback really well. He can blitz really well. He's going to get in the backfield, and he's not going to allow anybody to stop his force from going toward the quarterback. He fits well, and I think overall he is a top-tier pick. You have Harold Landry in there as well. I know that this is going to be a very good defense, to be quite frank, and I'll talk about the linebacker depth chart and what exactly that kind of entails and where he fits in just a minute. But before that, make sure you're going to check out Game Time because that is the place that I get all my ticketing needs, from sports to music to comedy, anything, anywhere, anytime. Game Time has you covered. The Predators are still playing in the NHL playoffs. You can go check them out right now. Lots of tickets for Game 4 coming up, and they're relatively cheap, so you can go check it and get $20 off your first purchase by using code CHATSPORTS. So, telling you, they got last-minute ticket deals, and what's the best part about it, their app is super user-friendly. You can go in, you can see pictures of the seat that you are going to purchase before you even grab it. And guess what? You can get your tickets in literally less than 2 clicks. They got Apple Pay, Google Pay, everything you could ask for. They got you covered. Last minute tickets are the place to go. They've got, of course, the zone deals and the flash deals, saving you about 18% on your tickets. Game Time is going to be the best place, so do yourself a favor. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply, but once again, go download the Game Time app and use code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS, for $20 off your first purchase. Game time, lowest tickets and the lowest price, guaranteed. Let's talk about this linebacker depth chart and where he fits in. So, Harold Landry is more of the edge rushing type linebacker that we have seen. He is very much a blitzer, but he is not unknown to being in coverage. Honestly, Harold and Cedric Gray, to me, are very, very similar. You remember, though, one of the signees from this free agency season was Kenneth Murray. This is not to take his spot. This is not to make him anywhere different. I think the inside linebackers are pretty set, being Jack Gibbons and Kenneth Murray. Arden Key had a really good year last year. I would expect Cedric Gray to be somewhere on the left side of the linebacker core, either maybe taking over some game time from Jack Gibbons or potentially being a combo with Harold Landry as an edge rusher type linebacker. Now, obviously, this was a really big need for the Tennessee Titans. They have filled pretty much every one of these draft needs at this point because if you think about it, offensive tackle was filled with J.C. Latham in the first round. Although my first pick, I'll take it, not too bad. Edge rusher, kind of could say was Cedric Gray in some way. Defensive tackle got T'Vondre Sweat, and then for sure the linebacker there, you have Cedric Gray in that slot as well. So lots of positive things to look for, and now you kind of sit here and think, okay, how are they going to go about their next couple picks coming up? Well, we're going to go through the third round, and obviously as we sit now, here are the best available with Jaden Hicks, Jalen Wright, TJ Tampa, and Malik Washington being the top four. Braylon Allen, Christian Mahogany, Austin Booker, and Devontae Walker round out your top 8. We'll see if those fall down to the Titans' next pick. And then we have Javon Baker, Jared Wiley, Mason McCormick, Tyrone Tracy Jr., Jeremiah Trotter, Gabriel Murphy, Cedric Van Pron Granger, and then Cade Stover. I'm looking at a couple guys in the wide receiver room with Javon Baker being my top guy. I think he is probably the best wide receiver left in my mindset. We'll have to see, though, if he is there for the Titans' next upcoming pick. Let's look at Cedric Gray and what exactly Dane Brugler had to say about him. Quote, Gray may not be exceptional in any one area, but he is equal parts athletic and aggressive and is always in the vicinity of the football. He projects as a rotational NFL linebacker and special teamer who will compete for starting reps as a rookie. The grade for him, a 4th round. Hey, that's pretty dang good for me. And like I said, you get a linebacker position of need. I think so far the Titans are shooting an A- draft, I would have to think. I know that there is a lot of different picks and a lot of different slots that maybe they could have moved up on, but I think it's good. I think overall you have filled the needs. I would be willing to maybe go up to just a solid A if you can be able to get a wide receiver in your next pick. Now, it depends on who that wide receiver is, but if you can get somebody who has the potential to be a wide receiver number 3, I'm taking that every single day of the week. I know that that's something that we have looked at, but I like what Dane Brugler said about Cedric Gray. He's a rotational linebacker. He's going to rotate in and out with Harold Landry, potentially with Jack Gibbons. You could put him at the edge, make him a blitzer, make him a defender. He can do a lot of different things, and he's very good at reading the quarterback and what he will do with the ball. So I think Cedric Gray could have an opportunity to come in here and immediately get some starting reps, but I do not know how quickly that will be and whether or not that will be right away or maybe 8 games down into the season. Either way, I said linebacker depth. This is the perfect pick for that, and I think Cedric Gray will come in and fit in nicely in Tennessee. I know maybe it's something that is not really the greatest pick in terms of, flashy. We've had an offensive tackle, a defensive tackle, and now a linebacker, no skill position, so to say. But at the same time, you need those positions. And for your skill positions, which I think are already pretty good with Tony Pollard, Will Levis, and Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins, you need the guys around them to make the train run. Now you got that going. So Cedric Gray, welcome to Tennessee, and I'm excited to see you in the Tennessee Titans blue. We do appreciate you watching here on Titans Today. We want to make sure that you are subscribed so that way you don't miss the next video we have on the Titans' next pick, along with grades of the entirety of all 7 rounds for the Tennessee Titans, all coming right here on Titans Today by Chat Sports. We will keep you informed and entertained all throughout day 3 like nobody else on YouTube. We will see you in the next draft pick video. For now, Titans fans, tighten up.